welcome race fans. Here we are at Daytona tonight. Daytona, baby. This is going to be the good one here. We've got the points here ready for these guys here in a little bit. We'll share the points with you as these guys are going into another week of the chase here at Daytona. Bringing you the live excitement here on MaxSpeedTV. We're very excited here, coming up close to the end of the season here with IWCR, and I think we're going to see some awesome races from here on out. I believe only 2 more races after this one. So get yourself something to drink. We got about 20 minutes left here before we do start they will be starting the hold on a minute. There we go. They will be starting the knockout qualifying, so and get ready for that, because that's going to be exciting. And you can see this is already going to be exciting with their 3 wide already, and they're just in practice, and they're doing very, very good at it too. I guess I spoke too soon, maybe. That looked pretty intense, though. They all finally get back in, straight in line. But anyhow, as I said, get yourself something to drink and get ready for some excitement here, folks. This is going to be fun. It's going to be great to watch. And we'll bring it all to you live here in 1080p HD. Make sure you do click that little gear down in the bottom of the viewing screen and make it 1080p. Makes a big difference in the viewing here. We want you guys to watch it and be able to enjoy it in clarity. So thanks for tuning in here at MaxSpeedTV. We appreciate all you viewers, and we will be back in just a few minutes.
Are you guys broadcasting? Quick question. I need to figure out how to add you as an admin.
Okay, Roger, are you here with me?
For the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah, I'm not feeling 100% tonight.
What race is this? Of the chase.
3 of 5.
Okay.
This is the middle of the wild card.
Cool. Well, I just wanted to make sure, you know, so we can throw this out here. I wanted to kind of go over the points real quick here. Let's do that real quick while we got a minute. Foley in the lead has a 13-point lead over Patrick Crabtree because Patrick didn't show up last week, so that kind of hurt him a little bit. John Schweikert, I believe, didn't Schweikert get wrecked out a little early or something, and he didn't finish
last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy on that wreck.
Yep, 19 points back. Michael Leiby in fourth, 25 points back. Thomas Brandner dropped one position, is 26 points back. Galen Gidman moved up one place, but he won't be in the race tonight, correct?
He won't be racing the rest of the season.
The rest of the season, okay. So he's pretty much out of it then.
Yes,
Nathan Sedlick, he'll be able to move up. He's 32 points back. Matt Spangler, 49 points. Brian Wilderson, 57 points behind the leader. Tyler McClintock, 66 points. And Travis Townsend, which did not show up last week. Him and Brian Wilderson did not show up, and there was a couple other ones. Patrick Crabtree, and wasn't it Matt Spangler?
I think that's right. I'm not 100% on who all missed. We had a bunch of guys miss last week that were in the chase.
Yeah, I think there was 4 guys that were in the chase did not show up last week, so unfortunate for them. Okay, Alan Bowe's driving around the track backwards. There, it just updated to his new paint scheme. Wow. Trading paints is really messed up.
Yeah, it's not working at all, hardly.
Yeah, I had another driver. Now, I did pick up one driver, but it didn't pick up the other one. Thomas Keene said he had changed his paint scheme, and it didn't change it for me. It's still showing him with the Jimmy John's paint scheme. So, oh well. Alright, so race 3 of the chase. Only 2 more to go after this week.
Yeah, Chicago and Phoenix will be the last two.
Phoenix. That's the season finale, huh?
Yes, it is. And everybody voted to run the new version of Phoenix versus the old version, so we're gonna. Oh, there's a big wreck right on the front stretch.
I guess so.
That got most of them.
Wow. DeGennaro, Tony DeGennaro. He said the I was replaced. I replaced the E many years ago. It used to be DE. And he said there was a mistake made on somebody's birth certificate, and it made an I instead of an E, and it's just stayed that way ever since. Told me the little story about it, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm still showing Thomas Keane as the Jimmy John Chevrolet, so I don't know.
Oh, he's actually in a Coke 0400 car.
Thomas Keane?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it is. Yeah, it did change. Okay. Okay. I was thinking it looked like the same colors, just he's got different labels on it, that's all. Very cool. Yeah, looking at it now. Coke 400. Very good. All right, a little coming down to 9 minutes left here in practice before we get to knockout qualifying. So I guess I've got everything pretty much set here, Roger. I think.
Good. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have a third personality this evening with us.
Yeah, from what I'm understanding, Mr. Galen Gidman, huh?
Yeah, he reached out to me earlier in the day.
Awesome.
He asked me if I thought that would be something that we would entertain, and I told him he's always welcome and he's here with us. He does a good job when he's up here with us.
Oh yeah, he does. Him or Foley, man, Foley, he is killer in the booth.
He's a talker.
Yep.
We like old JR.
Oh, there's a big one.
That didn't look good.
Nope. Keen up on the wall, and he's still riding the wall. Finally rolled down onto the... Man, that was nuts. Yeah, looks like about 24 guys have went in there. Maybe a few more, not sure. Cogswell on the top spot, man. Great job. It's like a pit party getting ready to ensue here. About 6.5 minutes, folks. We'll be ready to go. Well, I hope you get the feeling better. I mean, I hate it when you're sick.
I'm just really run down right now.
All right, 2 minutes left till qualifying starts, so getting down to it, Roger.
Yeah, about time for everybody to put up or shut up, really. And that's what qualifying's about. It's the guy that can go the fastest.
Roger, in just a minute here, we're going to go ahead and play our Star Spangled Banner and get that out of the way. Alright, so qualifying begins, so let's take a minute here and we'll play our Star Spangled Banner.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, Roger. We get ready here. Wanted to welcome Galen into the booth with us. Welcome, Galen. Good to have you with us there, brother.
Oh, good to be here. Am I coming in okay?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was told that they couldn't hardly hear Roger last week, and I don't know why. Whether maybe I had TeamSpeak turned down a little bit or something, I don't know, but I've got it turned up a little bit now.
Well, who needs to hear what he's got to say anyway, right?
That's right.
Haters gonna hate.
That's right.
Well, I'm still working on getting my my sim up here, so maybe just a minute. You guys will have to handle all the play-by-play stuff here for a little bit.
Thomas Keene on the top right there with a 40, almost a 45 flat. Man, that's, how did he get that? Man, he must have been some major draft going on out there with that.
There's a couple of real big packs drafting right now.
Well, maybe he knows how to do it. He knows that the best way to get those big laps is you get behind a pack and suck up on a pack with maybe one other car, and you can get some incredible laps that way. So maybe he's able to time one up.
And now we just got Worley on the top with Again, almost a 45 flat, beating that. So he's down to 45.031. Cogswell in second with an 035. And this is just first round. And these guys are already laying down 45 flats. That's amazing. I don't know. You think we'll see some down in the 44s, high 44s?
Probably.
There we go.
Probably
44
some 8s and 7s, yeah.
Wow. That's nuts. Yeah, just knowing that you can't touch anybody because it just kind of nullifies that lap. So
yep, you got to get as close as you can get without the 0x.
Yeah, we've got 5 of them running together here. Alan Bowes leading that group around. And we might see some good times come out of that group. Spacek up on the top, DeGennaro. Hollingsworth now up to 3rd. Yet to see CHECKERED in the top 10.
That group just came out last lap, and so they should put up a time this time by them. They're trying to get that draft up that big pack in front of them.
Yeah, Travis Brown at the tail end of that one with Nathan Sedlake right there, and those all trying to get some times on the board. Couple of them come in there. Jason Berg, Alan Bowes in 5th, Sean Powell.
I might be wrong, but I believe this is Sean Powell's first race in the Gen 6. I can go double check that, but
No, he just got promoted.
Okay, so yeah, he was one of
Cogswell
the guys that they brought up today, and it's a
Yep.
strong run for him
Yeah,
at this point.
Hollingsworth, Cogswell.
Powell.
There's about 8 of them, I believe, I saw on that list today.
Yep. Now that's pretty impressive. Now if he can just go out there and run amongst the full field and run well here, Galen, you know how that is, and Roger too. You know, going out there and just turning a few laps like this here is one thing, but going out and racing with the whole full field, and it can really make a whole lot of different racing.
Yeah, it's something else. Restrictor plate racing is such a difficult thing to do. You know, in one sense, you don't have to be quite as precise with your gas and your throttle since you're wide open most of the time. But it's all about momentum. It's all about finding the holes. It's all about being patient, but you have to be aggressive too. And you know, that sounds like an oxymoron, and it really is. And probably one of the reasons why I don't do very well at restrictor plate racing. But some guys, Johnny Rude Foley comes to mind. They really get it, and they do very well at it. So.
And have we even seen him out on the track yet? Foley hasn't.
Foley, no.
He's in 21st position right now, so looks like he needs to pick up the pace just a little bit if he's going to contend for a top starting spot.
Let's see if we can find him on the track.
Got John Spacek up there. He's 44.612. That is a great lap. Provisional pole sitter right now. They would need a pretty good little group and the right timing to get another lap like that. So, you know, I'm not saying they can't do it, but I think you're probably going to need to do it in the first round if you're going to get it.
How many are they going to advance to the second round?
Now, with the field this size, I imagine they'll take 10.
I don't know how many we got right now.
22 times on the board, so yeah, 10 would be what I would imagine they take at this point. Right now, that's Travis Brown on the bubble spot. Nathan Sedlake is right outside, so got to pull for the old teammate. Got to hope he can find a way to get up there in the top 10.
think we've got about maybe 28 drivers that are gonna be racing here tonight, though. But we've got 6 of them that haven't even posted a time.
I think it'd be a good race. Our guys typically do well at these big tracks. You know, if we don't get a big wreck early, I think it'll go green for most of the race, and you know, maybe catch a couple cautions at the end, or it might be spread out, and you know, I could see this going caution free as well.
We were looking at teammates here. What are these guys gonna do here? They're gonna probably try to hook up with a teammate, and you're gonna want to probably try to stay with that teammate most of the race, if not all the race, and battle it out at the end. But how many teammates do we have out there that are working together right now?
Well, right now I see John Schweikert and Alan Bowes are working together, and I don't believe they're officially teammates, but I've seen them in TeamSpeak a little bit together here recently. I'm kind of looking through other drivers.
Foley right there with Greg Slate right behind him. I don't know if those two are going to be teammates or what.
I know they're friends, and at one point, long ago, they may have been teammates, but I imagine now, as you're getting towards the end of round 1, it's just about who can make you go fast, so we'll see.
Foley is yet to break that top 10.
Tommy Lee and Stephen Hollingsworth are together, and I think they're teammates. Roger would know for sure.
Yeah,
trying to get a big lap out there.
Yeah, they are.
They're teammates.
Got him up to... Got Stephen Hollingsworth up to 12th. It's just hard when there isn't a big pack out there to really put down a lap that's going to be much better than what you got right at the beginning of the session. So it's a catch-22 as a driver. Do I want to get out there and get with that first big pack, or do I want to sit out, let it calm down just a little bit so I can ensure I get a lap, but then maybe not have enough cars to actually put down a competitive lap time? So maybe these guys, just didn't get lucky in that first segment, or maybe they waited just a little bit too long and now it's backfiring on them.
Like Tommy Lee blowing the motor on his car, so not a good thing. Must be coming down to about the end of the first round here, huh? I hope the broadcast is still up. I guess it is. I'd lost connection there to YouTube for a second. Yeah.
Back?
The broadcast stopped.
You guys okay?
I believe the broadcast stopped for just a second there for whatever reason. I don't know. OBS just quit. But it's back up running again.
All right.
That was weird. I haven't done that in forever. Yes.
Can you let them know the track is open, please? I disconnected.
Well, I don't know when they're going to open up the track here, but it looks like the top 10 is going to be John Spisak, John Schweikert, Alan Bowes, Sean Powell, Jason Berg, Randall Drake, Jonathan Cogswell, which is a great run for him in his first time out in the Gen 6. Along with Sean Powell, we mentioned earlier, that's a good starting spot, even if they don't advance from here on out. Tommy Lee, Zachary Miller, and Travis Brown kind of round out the top 10.
Very good.
That had to really stink for Nathan Sedlak. He and Travis Brown were 10th and 11th. They both had an identical lap time of 44.851, so
Oh, man.
less than a thousandth is what kept Nathan out of the top 10 and advancing to round 2.
Unbelievable, ain't it? Well, let's see if these guys make any better laps. Get their cars back up to speed here.
Tell you, I wouldn't want to be the guys right in front of that group. I think, you know, trying to figure out who that is. The 16 car, Sean Powell, he's in a real good spot. Schweikert and Bose could get a big lap, although I don't know that they're going to get a whole lot higher than they already are.
44.6 is pretty hot.
I think if I were John Stick, I'd just sit in pit road. I don't think, I think I'd realize that my chance of bettering my lap was pretty low, but being out there could just provide a bigger draft for somebody else. So I think his best bet would probably just be sit in pit road and cross his fingers.
Alan Bose and John Schweikert. 1/1000th of a second between them two. Schweikert on the bumper of Bose, you know, if he's touching them, it's not going to count. But unless he can stay right on his bumper, he's got to stay there and not make any more contact. Bit of bumping and banging going on out there. This is disqualifying. Good to see Spacek up there, though. You know, he races so hard every week, and it just seems like he's one of them drivers, as I always say, he just can't get a break, you know. And it's just good to see him maybe up there where he might be able to keep it up front and stay out of trouble and at least get a podium here tonight. It'd be really cool.
Yeah, Spacek here has been a pretty tough luck driver here lately, but I know he's been working with a new team, and they're trying to get that whole thing put together, and I expect if he sticks around, he's going to be someone we have to contend with again next season.
Yes, sir. Roger, you're awful quiet tonight. That's kind of scary.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not really feeling 100%. So. I'm waiting to weigh in at the end of qualifying.
I would say by the looks of it looks like everybody has been out and turned about the best lap that they can possibly turn, and I didn't really see much of a change in anything out there.
Yeah, I didn't either. Like I said earlier, it's just hard to get a bigger lap unless you have a bunch of cars out there. You know, the draft just won't allow it at some point. So, you know, 10 cars, it was going to be a stretch. Now they've got just a handful, and I think it's pretty much useless at this point to try. But a couple of them that are keeping after it.
Points leader back in 19th place didn't get that chance to go out and better his time. Zachary Chalice in 21st, Paul Kermery 22nd, and Tony Pizarro in 23rd. And we've still got a couple of guys that did not qualify. Brandner, Shaner, Artis, Pearson, and Lawrence.
Well, maybe their idea is just, maybe they think there's going to be a big wreck, and if you can't get up in the front, then the middle's certainly not the place to be. So maybe they're planning to ride, 5-6 seconds behind the field and then hope there's a big wreck.
Well, Roger and I always talk about this too, is that we know there's going to be a big one, we just don't know when.
Why aren't they running the small fuel cell?
Yeah, it's a restrictor plate race, so they'll be on a 50% fuel cell. I think typically at Talladega anyway, a fuel run is about 20 laps, just barely, and you really have to kind of conserve at some point during the race to get that done in 4 stops. So I don't know offhand what it is at Daytona, but I imagine it's pretty close.
Yeah, I think I had a friend of mine do a test on it today, and he got 16 laps.
Oh boy.
That was by himself, though.
Yeah, in the draft, I think you can get about 20, 21.
So it's definitely not going to be not be a good thing to be out here by yourself, because you're going to be using a lot of fuel.
I noticed the number 24 car, Thomas Brandner, did practice, but he did not even attempt a qualifying time. So I wonder.
He did, but he got wrecked.
Okay.
And
so
he waited until very late in the session, so he didn't get a second chance.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, that'll
I
be.
just happened to catch him when they were going out, and I watched the majority of that lap right up until the point when he got wrecked.
Well, I think it'll be interesting because you got a lot of aggressive, fast guys towards the back. I'm looking at Tony Pizarro. I don't know if he's going to race or not. He's kind of been connecting and disconnecting, but he knows how to go fast. Paul Kermery, Zach Chalice, Greg Sludge, they all want to get to the front. Foley is really good here. Libby's always someone to watch. And if Brandner's in the back, he'll be pushing to go forward.
Well, when after the grid here, guys, Roger, I'll take the first 10, you take the second 10, and Galen, once you finish up the field. Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. Because I would say they're probably going to advance it here, because I don't see any more cars on the track right now.
They're going over final instructions.
Yeah. Well, Galen, let me ask you this now. I know in the past that they've always done the double points, but that does not come into play this season?
It does come into play, but it does not come into play this week.
Oh, okay.
This is not the last race. We have this race. Next week's going to be Chicago, and then they're going to end the season at the new Phoenix, actually, and double points will come into play. So I'm sure that'll be a great race to watch, and people trying to learn a new track, tackle a new track. It's a tight little place, but it promotes for some good side-by-side racing. So I think that'll be a great race to watch.
Well, I'm not trying to pour salt in the wound here, Galen, but it sure would have been nice to see you out there, battling for the championship this season.
Well, it would have been nice to see it, but that's not the way it worked out. And up here with you guys, that's a good second. If I got to pick a second choice, so I'll take it.
Well, we're glad to have you. We've tried to get you into the booth with us before. You've been in the booth with us before and did an awesome job, and tried to get you back, and well, unfortunately, racing is first. So, All right, looks like they have advanced it. Qualifying is over, and we'll get down here on track here in just a second and get everybody gridded. Okay.
Oh, we went forward here.
Let's run down through the grid here. John Spisak in on the pole. Congratulations to him. He'll be starting in the number 54. John Schweikert on the outside of him in second place in the number 1. In third, the number 18 of Alan Bowes. Fourth, the number 16 of Sean Powell. In fifth, the number 86 of Jason Berg. In sixth, the number 9 of Randall Drake. Starting seventh is the 21 of Jonathan Cogswell. In eighth, the number 33 of Tommy Lee. In ninth, the number 44 of Zachary Miller. And rounding out the top 10, Travis Brown in the number 92, Roger.
Nathan Sedlick starts at 35 and 11th. The 43 of Stephen Hollingworth is going to start 12th. Thomas Keane is going to start 13th in the 42 car. The 6 of Joe Roberts is the 14th position on the starting grid. The 80 of Tony DeGenero's sitting in the 15th position. Ken Worley starts at 37 16th. Michael Libby will start the number 5 car in the 17th position. 18th is the 81 of David Butterworth. Johnny Reed Foley will start the number 3 car in the 19th position. And Greg Slight will round out the top 20 in 14. Galen?
21st, we have Zachary Chahals, the number 4, with Paul Carmine, the number 8, starting 22nd. 23rd is Tony Pizarro in the 00 car. Matt Spangler slipped in at the last moment. He's starting 24th in the number 29 car. And I believe the last car that will start will be the 24 car, Thomas Brandner, starting in the 25th position.
We've got some guys behind him. DeAndre Artis starting 26th. Stephen Pearson 27th. And Keith Shaner 28th.
Well, you know, I missed those guys. I thought they disconnected, but you're correct, they haven't.
Alrighty. Okay, we're back up here ready to get this thing going as they're starting to roll off the grid now. And Roger will get this thing rolling here. What do you think, buddy?
You bet. 100 laps, we should see about 4, maybe 5 pit stops per car. We get to see them under green every time the last 2 or 3 super speedway events here. We've seen calamity and chaos, and I'm kind of looking forward to that part. Let's see if these guys can get a handle on these green flag pit stops.
And John Schweikert, one of the championship contenders here tonight. Alan Bowes not, John Spisak not. So we've got a few of the guys that are ready to just get out here and try to win a race here tonight.
Well, we're going to have to watch the 3 car. You know, the points leader, he's starting pretty deep in this field, and we're going to have to watch how he works his way through traffic, if he uses pit strategy or if he just tries to go for it and get to the front. And if he can survive, especially if we do have the big one.
I know what I'm putting my money on, and he'll just try to get to the front. He's not going to try to use pit stop strategy to do it, I bet. If he can use both, then do that, but I guarantee he'll try driving there either way.
Well, everybody wants to get up there and lead a lap, you know, for that valuable point. So, I don't know, we might see some guys really push that outside hard. If you could get 4 or 5 guys up there working together, nose to tail, they might be able to get on by Spisak. But we'll see who takes the lead on the first lap.
Pace cars in. Green flag is out. We are underway, Rudy.
Roger that.
Pretty good start. Everybody's still 2 by 2 as we go completely past the end of pit road here.
We've got about 28 drivers on the grid, so very good field. Spisak with a good strong run. Schweikert sticks the nose down in there and follows right behind him. Now takes a peek on the outside. Can't sit there too long. Wants to get up there and at least lead that first lap for that point.
We got guys on the apron slowing down to let the field go by.
I must think there's going to be a wreck and be following that get out of there until the getting's good strategy, I imagine.
Yep.
John Schweikert up front, though. And it looks like he is going to be the leader of the very first lap. Alan Bowes second. Those guys trying to get by the leader of Spisak, our pole setter, trying to get by him and clear him and get down in that bottom lane where the groove is, but can't get it done this time. Spisak fighting back on the inside. He says, you know, I'm the pole sitter. I want to at least lead one lap. Come on, John.
Well, what we need to take note of is Spizak's being pushed by the number 86 with Jason Bird, which is actually his teammate, so they should be strong up there towards the front.
And now he's fighting back, and Spisak coming around here out of turn 4. He's got about a half a fender on him. I'm not sure if he's going to lead this lap, but it looks like Schweikert's going to lead it again. Alright, let's go back in the field a little bit here. Travis Brown running in 9th. These guys all just like nose to tail here. We've got a couple guys up on the high side, but that's just not the place to be if you're up there by yourself. Tony DeGennaro back here, another one running on the low line, and he's got the number 5 of Michael Livey right behind him. Everybody, some guys got partners, some guys looking for partners. You might wind up getting split up with your partner on that first pit stop, and they'll be looking for new ones, so we'll keep an eye on all these guys. You guys can help me remember who's partnered up with who. I'd appreciate that.
That's going to change lap to lap.
Yeah.
You're partnered up with whoever's going to make you go fast, so if you can tell us who's, you know, what car is going to make another car go fast, we'll tell you who their partner's going to be. How's that sound?
There you
Did
go.
Schweikert get left hung out to dry?
I think Bose was getting a little warm, and so he had to pull high up in the 3rd lane, and that just killed their momentum. But at this point, you know, you're better to cool it than to.
Oh, here we go. Turn 3. They are just beating fenders and beating bumpers, and I think they actually are going to survive. Wow. How that happened, I don't know, because there was a lot of banging going on back there from about, I don't know, Thomas Brander and I think Zach Chihalis, maybe.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of cars beating, banging on each other getting down into turn 3.
Yeah, Zachary Chihalis coming down pit road right now. He
got used up pretty good.
Yeah, he's got a lot of nose damage, I noticed when he was coming down there. But
Looks like there was just a checkup on the bottom, and it was, you know, one of those classic accordion effects, and on the bottom there really wasn't much you could do.
But, you know, clear back to the 27th position is only 3.2 seconds from the leader. So these guys are really keeping the hammer down.
Oh yeah, you really have to be careful not to get too far back at this point, because if you get too far back and then it goes green, you can find yourself lapped in the space of less than a run. So it's important to try to maintain contact with that lead group while maybe not being right in the middle of it if you're trying to avoid the wreck.
Schweikert trying to come back, him and Bose up on the high side. Got to run this time. This could be interesting here, and see when they get to the front if that's going to just stall out for them.
Oh, points leaders in the
wall,
fence.
Fully in the wall.
There's
big
your
crash.
wreck.
He's done.
And your points leader's wrecked. And guys are still piling into this, and this thing is halfway off of turn 4.
Let's go back and take a look.
That cart, wow, you know what? There was a big warp. The 16.
Yes, right there. I'm seeing it. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. And I think he warped into Foley, and Foley got into Joe Roberts, and Joe Roberts turned the 80 car there of Tony DeGennaro, and then Stephen Pearson, the 96, comes piling in there afterwards, and I'm not sure if that was Ken Worley. No, it was DeAndre Artis.
Yeah.
Come piling in there as well.
Man, oh man,
they were
pretty bad.
They were a good half a track width away from each other. There's just nothing you can do about that.
Not good for the
That's
points
just
leader.
unfortunate. But that Sean Powell, that is one of the guys that was newly promoted to the Gen 6 car today, and having some connection issues, and gets right in the middle of the chase for the IWCR championship right there.
Yeah, we've got.
At the same time, though, you know, from the replay I saw, it's hard to really blame that on him. You know, it could have happened to anybody.
Everybody coming down
you know,
pit road.
Oh, no blame to be laid, just an unfortunate netcode issue, but it does affect the chase when it happens, you know. So that's part of racing. Sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you.
Certainly.
Looks like we had to have a bunch of them. Might have had to tow there. Stephen Pearson, Tony DeGennaro, DeAndre Artis, and Zachary Chahalis may be out. Looks like he may be out of the race. Quick pit stop so by everybody. Matt Spangler staying out. Gonna lead that valuable lap. And he is a chase contender as well, so Matt Spangler out here leading the lap. Not yet. Hasn't led it yet. He will when he comes around. So far we've got Spisak led 3 laps. Schweiker's led 4.
There's damage already on the nose of the 29 car.
There is?
Yes, sir. Right in the center. It's got
Oh,
the nose
yeah.
pushed in and down. There's a big gap on the hood.
Yes, sir. I see it now. I was a little too far away to see it, and I see it now. Well, that could be interesting out there, being the aerodynamics are so important here for this restrictor plate racing that it could be bad for Matt. First caution of the day out on lap 7. Boy, I'll tell you what, I don't think these guys wanted to see that. They wanted to see it go a lot further green.
Well, you never want to see something like that happen so early, but you know, when you're racing in such a big pack, and you know, on an online simulation where unfortunately we haven't quite conquered the fact that it's still the internet and funky things still happen, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. But you can't help but feel for Johnny Reed Foley. He was doing just everything, you know, he needed to do to stay out of trouble, and sometimes it's just not your day.
And I'm sure, you know, Sean Powell probably feels bad about it too, knowing, I'm sure somebody's probably looked at it already and said that, you know, told him about that he was blinking really bad. I mean, he was just warping like crazy right there. His car was flip-flopping everywhere. I don't know if you guys watched that or not.
Well, I was watching that car live, the 3 car live, and all of a sudden he just jumps to the right, and there was nobody around close. I had to watch the replay to see that the 16 car was kind of warping around. But I don't know for sure what happened, but they were in, you know, the same general area. So,
well, Johnny Reed Foley might be out of the race. It looks like.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There was about 4 cars that left that right there.
Yeah, it looks like Sean Powell's going to be. He's going to go to the back. So. Yeah, he was, man, I never seen a car do that before. That thing was up in the air, it was up the track, down the track, blinking out, coming back, and then all of a sudden
Blinking
Foley,
into the car in front of it.
Yep. All of a sudden Foley goes into the wall. So, oh, that's too bad. We probably can't get our points leader up here to talk to us, can we?
I don't think right away is a good time to do that.
Well, it wasn't anybody's fault.
Yeah, that's you know, that's the truth. But you know, it's got to be disappointing to be him. So you know, let it might let it sit a little bit.
All right, Matt Spangler out front here. Let's take a look. He is Matt Spangler is 8th in the points, but he's out here now. He's led a couple laps and got a point. So that could help him. There's another one that two more drivers, three more that I have not seen out here. Brian Wolderson, Tyler McClintock, and Travis Townsend. I haven't seen any of those guys in the race, have you?
No, neither have you seen Crabtree.
No. Nope, no Crabtree again this week. Interesting.
I don't know if it was this week or next, but I know he was going to be on vacation or at the race or something, so.
Yeah, they were going to all meet in Dover.
Okay, we're going to be restarting on lap 11 when they take the green.
Nathan Sedley worked his way up to the 8th position here. Going to restart right there on the outside of the 4th row. Paul Crumride's going to restart right behind him.
Nathan Sedlick, one of our championship contenders as well.
He definitely could use a good run.
Yep.
He's had some bad luck pretty much all season, but he still managed to make it to the chase. He's needed some good luck last couple 3 weeks. Pace car's in. Whoa! Spangler on the gas, and we're underway as green flag flies.
Well, and that was
He wasted no time.
I don't know if that was a good thing. He's going to get gobbled up here in just a minute.
Schweikert trying to make it 3 wide.
Not a good time for that yet. It looks like Spacek comes down to the low line, and they gathered up old Matt Spangler really quick. I figured that was going to happen. Now Spacek up in front of Schweikert, going for the lead. Comes back down in, and Spacek up front.
But not for long. Bose was pushing Schweikert.
Let's see who's going to lead it coming to the line this time. Schweikert maybe by a nose. Yep, just by a nose. Good battle going on right here amongst these guys. Randall Drake sticking around right there in 7th place. Good run for Randall today.
Definitely.
Not one of the championship contenders, but he's out here racing. Started 6th today, running 7th, doing real well.
I'm interested to know how that draft model is working right now, because I haven't had a chance to run one of these big tracks in these cars recently, but these guys just seem a lot more spread out than they typically are here, or at least, you know, maybe that's the case. I don't know. It feels like we're in a tighter pack whenever I'm in the car, so I wonder if the draft model is just a little bit different, or if these guys are really intent on taking it easy. I say that as their 5 of them under a blanket for the lead.
Yeah, it was a little jockeying going on there that last lap. The 29 car, Spangler, he backed way off of Spacek through 1 and 2, and it pretty much helped Bose and Schweikert get clear going down the backstretch as he took away the draft from the Spacek machine. Spacek got out of line of that nonsense and took his teammate up to the top with him, and now they're trying to make a go of it by themselves up on the top side.
A couple of good drivers. You know, they've worked together. They're going to be tough to hold off.
All right, pretty tight bunch there. These guys all pretty much tight together. But way back quite a ways, Thomas Keene, leading another pack here. Stephen Hollingsworth, Tommy Lee, Sean Powell, and Joe Roberts. These guys nose to tail here. They're running about 4 seconds behind the leader right now. And it looks like they're just doing the old switch here. I've seen this work before. I know you have too, Roger. where they've done the old switch like that, keep a guy out front cool all the time, and they'll be able to reel that front group right back in.
It's a good way to keep one car who's fast out front. Everybody behind him keeps switching. Just fall to the back of the line.
All right, Ken Worley. We haven't talked about Ken yet today, leading a small group of these guys around here himself. For all them Ken Worley fans watching, I know there's a bunch of
big crash, big crash, big crash, up and over somebody. That's 3 cars at least. 4 maybe?
We got guys everywhere here. Let's go back and take a look. I think it was up ahead of this, and I'm not sure why.
It was at the front.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was a net code because it looks like Berg's bumper is halfway up inside of the 54 car.
We'll find it here and try to review it. About coming up on it here, I think. Ooh, right there. Let's get up to the front. That was, yeah, ooh.
Yeah, he would have gotten, yeah, Spizik, Bose, Spangler, Randall Drake.
We'll zoom in on this because it looked like he got that
14.
He got that bumper hook off of the number 86 of Berg.
On my screen, Berg is halfway up inside the car.
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
Schweikert is losing it and gets creamed by the 9 car.
Okay, I'm sure.
What
Under
happened?
caution. Schweikert done. That car's destroyed.
Well, I can find him.
It looks like he accidentally downshifted.
Wow, is it a full moon? Is it the 13th?
That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And if you're fully, you have got to just be jumping up and down right now because you're right back in this thing.
Yeah, he just.
Yeah, that's
My
not going to bode
goodness.
well for his car. That car is destroyed on the front.
Oh man, he come right down into Randall Drake.
Drake's car's done. The engine blew, I think.
Oh my!
What tough luck if you're John Schweikert. You have to think he accidentally downshifted or something. It's hard to figure out what could have caused that to happen.
Oh boy, it's turning into kind of a battle out here for
Battle of attrition.
Yeah, these guys are really having a lot of bad luck.
All these chase guys.
Alan Moe's up in the lead right now, not in the chase.
Well, and on the
Joe
computer
Roberts
I'm on
out.
right now, damage is off, so I can't really see what their cars look like, but it looks like Alan Bose must have gotten a lot of damage in that wreck that brought the caution out, or am I wrong?
I don't.
Have to look at Bo's
I
car.
don't see any damage on that car.
I don't see any damage on Bo's car.
No. I don't know. I think there is some glitches going on in the server right now because I've noticed a couple of places it's I'm a little laggy, and I'm never laggy here. I don't know. Hey, there could be some glitching going. We've seen that before, Roger, too. Some major glitching going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so looks like Spacek's done, Joe Roberts done, Randall Drake done, and we could have a couple more out of it. John Schweikert and Matt Spangler. I don't know. They're going to be able to get those cars fixed up. Let's go down and take a look at them up close here. Matt
Schweikert's
Spangler.
car has massive left side damage. I don't know. I mean, the nose isn't horrible, but he's not going to be a leader.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get off pit road in a second, he's going to be a lap down. Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, there goes Schweikert. Yeah, boy, does he ever have damage on that car. Spangler's car didn't look too bad, but Schweikert, oh man, that car is tore up from the floor up.
Yeah.
And now we got another new leader, Paul Crumry. And Paul is not a championship contender here.
No, but he's still one of those drivers that wants to go out and win a race during the season.
Yeah. Nathan Sedlick right there in second, though. And he is a championship contender.
Right. Cogswell up there running in third for just being fresh into the Gen 6 series. He's having a pretty good run.
You have to look at this field that we've got left and say, well, who's really left with a car that can actually compete for a win? And the names, you know, we could very well see a first-time winner tonight.
Yeah, we could. I went and looked at Bo's car pretty thorough, and I don't see any real damage to that car, so I think that the 54 car Spisak, when he warped, he stayed warped through that entire wreck until really very near the end.
Cogswell third, Michael Leiby in fourth, Greg Sleich in fifth, David Butterworth sixth, Sean Powell seventh, Jason Berg eighth, Tony Pizarro ninth, and Travis Brown your top 10. And Thomas
Margaret has still got tons of damage on that Rudy, and he's in the pits again and been sitting there for a very long time.
Yep. Thomas Brander slides into the top 11, and Keith Shaner into 12th. Still got a few guys that are going to be heading down pit road here, back part of
They're
this
trying
field.
to get back on strategy, on pit strategy.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. Here you are at lap 19. If you can make it 20 laps a run, then pitting now would get you to where you could make the rest of the race on only 3 stops were we to go green. And with the size of the field we have left, that's not unthinkable. So I see what they're doing.
You're going to be in the back, and you're going to get a draft and maybe gain an extra lap or 2 over those next 2 runs. Instead of getting to lap 99, you can make it to 100, 101.
Yeah, I see what they're thinking there.
I've seen 4 tire changes by a few of them drivers too.
Well, you got to realize with all those wrecks, you know, maybe they slid those tires pretty good, and you just want that little bit of extra security moving forward.
Well, we're thinning the herd pretty good here, guys.
Yeah, down to 20 cars left in the field.
Trying to get everything squared away, and once we go back green, maybe see if our points leader going into the event will be available to have a short chat with us. See if he's ready to talk.
He's in the booth.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say is he in the mood, because I don't want to do that. I want to just let him have his moments, and if he's ready to talk, we'll talk, and if he's not, then we'll wait. I always hate interviewing guys right after a big wreck, but it really sucks when the points leader's the guy that comes in and has to tell us his side. All right, restart lap 20. 20% through the race. Paul Crumrye and Nathan Sedlick on our front rows. The pace car goes in. Green flag is out. Back underway. Crumrye with a good jump. Sedlick maybe a little bit snoozy right there on that restart. He may end up not being in line here before we get to turn 1.
Yeah,
and that'll drop him way back quick if he isn't, because Slight is right there.
He may wind up having to come down in behind Cogswell, and I think that's what he's going to do. He does. Slides it right in front of Sleich.
Well, if he'd have waited any longer, he'd have had to slide it in behind Bird.
Yeah. Or keep
And
going
that's 5
backwards.
more spots.
Yep.
Exactly.
Butterworth.
Look at that front, 12, 13 cars completely broken away from the rest of the group.
Butterworth, man, he's running really well here in the 6th position. Berg in 7th. And right behind him, Alan Bowes. Got fresh tires, full of fuel, ready to go the distance here. Another 20 before they stop.
You know, Paul Crumrye's just loving this, and then put yourself in Jonathan Cogswell's shoes too. First race out, you know, he's run very consistently in the trucks, but I don't know that he's got a lot of top 5s or top 10s, and And here you are, the big show, and you're just sitting second. So good run for him, good run for Paul, and good run for basically everybody up here. A lot of fresh faces, and like I said, I think we'll see a first-time winner tonight.
I think you're going to be right, Galen.
The one they got to watch out for is Ellen Bowes, though.
Yep. Tony Pizarro went way wide in 3, and he went from about 10th. He's going to probably be coming around here about 13th or 14th this time by.
Yep, 14th, and he's losing the draft right now. And you don't have anybody to dance with out there, you're going to go way back.
Well, look at them. That's Brandner on the outside. Had a huge run down the front stretch. He and Travis Brown.
We've still got, way back here. I don't want to leave these guys out, and I think
3 wide.
I think they're playing it safe, but
I don't think so. I don't know what race you're watching.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're watching, but that's 3 wide.
No,
way too close.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it way, way in the back. Way in the back.
Because those guys are 3 wide in the front 3 rows.
Yep.
There, and that's scary.
Okay, anyhow, Thomas Keene in this group, they're on a strategy, I believe, to try to stay back here and stay out of trouble. Give themselves a little bit of cushion, enough time to get woed down if there's a big one, and wait for the end of this race, because I see they're back here running about 3 seconds behind the leader right now. Not completely out of the race, but just kind of biding their time right now and chewing up some laps. Zachary Miller falling way back. And 2 guys still trying to work together here, John Schweikert and Matt Spangler, but both of them got a lot of damage. A lot of damage. All right, Thomas Brander's worked his way into second. And a brand new leader up front, Nathan Sedlick.
Good run for Nathan so far.
Oh, yes.
I did notice just a hint of damage on that left front corner.
I'm going to try not to be too biased here since Nathan is my teammate, but I'll also be just a little biased for a second and say that I couldn't be happier to see Nathan out there leading this race. That's so cool, and looks like he's got Thomas Brander with him, so yep. I'm going to step into the teammate role for a second and wish those guys a good race. Happy to see that.
And he just led his first lap, so he does get that bonus point. Boy, that's great.
Well, guys, I believe that we can reach out here to Mr. Foley while things are, shall we say, semi-calm. I don't want to say calm as racy as these guys have been. Anything to break loose in a second, but I believe we have Mr. Foley. Are you there? Johnny Reed Foley.
Yep, I got a copy. How you guys doing?
Well, we're enjoying a pretty exciting little race up here at the front. Unfortunately for you, my friend, not quite so happy a time. Tell us kind of what you think happened there, because we kind of have an idea, but we want to hear it from you firsthand.
I was really pissed off when it first happened because I sat there and watched it and happened around me, and it just looked like the 16 didn't hold his line. But I see now that it was something to do with his internet. I just all of a sudden got smacked and thrown into the wall. And that was bad enough, and then the AD got turned. He couldn't help that, and then we kind of ended up crisscrossed and T-bone. But honestly, we were still going to be, like, I don't want to say competitive, but we'd be turning laps right now at least. And then people come in behind, don't lift, don't, see all the smoke and things, and they're just coming flying in there. I don't know what they were thinking, and that just destroyed the engine. So, really unfortunate. I hate it because, here we got this championship and we're so close. That's going to make it tough. That's really going to make it tough.
Well, Schweikert's about to get lapped by this whole field here. So, moving forward from that, knowing that it was warp, it's still a difficult thing to take. It does not dash your championship hose. Oh, yeah, this is going to be exciting.
Oh,
hey, but those guys did a fantastic
job.
job.
They did a nice job, but that was touch and go there.
Yes, it was. Back to the point, though. I mean, the very next caution, your championship rival, John Schweikert, gets under caution, loses control of his car, and gets almost as destroyed as you are. So the door's still open. Little glimmer of hope there for you?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'd rather just go out there and race him and beat him on the track. I don't want to be sitting here on the sideline, and I know he doesn't want to be turning laps 20 miles an hour off pace, so it's no fun for either one of us. I know Libby's still in this thing. If I was going to lose to somebody, I would not mind it being Michael Libby. I love all the people. He's such a good kid, dude, and I love talking to him and racing with him, so, you know, it's tough, but they decided to promote these people today, and they moved them up. It's unfortunate that it happened, but honestly, it's not going to matter one way or another. He couldn't have helped that. It wasn't his fault there. So just see what happens, and you know, good luck to the rest of my competitors.
All right, we appreciate your time, bud. Thanks.
Yeah, I just noticed here, just while they were talking, Sean Powell again did the same thing. And he was right behind Jason Berg when he did that, and I thought, oh no, here we go again, but managed to...
Berg just put in the fence in 3.
Man.
Was that Berg? I was trying to
They were
figure out who that
3
was.
wide.
Oh, big crash.
Yeah, that's Paul Crumry and David Butterworth.
Teammates.
That is a good crash right there. Bad for them, but good for TV.
Yep, we're going to go back and watch
We better
that.
slow these things down, or there's not going to be much TV left to watch if they don't
I
slow
don't
down.
really have... I think the 21... Oh, yeah. Yeah, goes down into the trial and slides up. Like he lost the nose of that car for a second. He got into the left rear corner of the 81. I'll tell you who got lucky in that deal. Travis Brown skipped through there just sliding off the rear bumper cover of the 8 car.
Oh yeah, right there. The 81, it looked like he might have got a little bit of that bumper hook on the 14. And I'm not sure what happened there, but he come down the hill right into the 21 here. So I'm watching, and that's what started the whole thing. And Crumry comes up behind him there. 81 goes up the hill into Crumry.
Ouch.
That's too bad for Paul.
He was having a good run tonight.
Yep. And as you were talking there, Galen, about maybe seeing, somebody, a new face in Victory Lane, there would have been a good one right there. There's 2 of them actually, David Butterworth and Paul Crumry, but now they're going to be pretty much out of contention.
Yeah, I know Butterworth has gotten a Truck Series winner, but Crumry would have been a new face up there, and I feel terrible for him that had to happen, but he can walk away from this knowing that he ran really well.
Yes, he did. All right, I don't know if we're going to see any pit stops here. We're at lap 31. What do you think? Pit stops?
If it were me, I would go. Because you got 70 laps left. You can easily make that on 3 more stops. And with the size of field we have left, I'm not convinced that this race, I'm expecting it to go caution-free here anytime. So me, I'm coming.
Me, I'm probably going to stay out because it doesn't matter. I still have to make 3 stops, and I want the track position, so I probably stay out, and I get off sequence, so I'm not trying to pit with everyone else. I think I try to employ that strategy.
Well, looks like everybody is coming down pit road here, so let's see if Sedlick can get off a pit road first, or what's going to happen here. It looks like left side tires. He did change left side tires. Oh, somebody beats him off pit road. Jonathan Cogswell, or did Nathan beat him? Looks like Nathan beat him, maybe.
Oh, it looks like he had to let Cogswell go, so maybe
yeah.
Cogswell just edged him at the line.
Must have.
You have to wonder if maybe Cogswell didn't take tires and Nathan did.
Well, Roger could probably look and see. He only had a 7-second pit stop, so I would doubt that he took tires. Nathan took the left side tires, and he had a 9.5 second pit stop. I would say Cogswell probably didn't take any tires. Which, you know, tires really isn't a big deal here, but eventually you probably are going to have to stop and take some tires, because I don't think you could go 100 laps on the same set of tires. It'd be awful squirrely out there. All right, 18 cars left in the field, and Schweikert has moved up to the 17th position now. So as long as he keeps staying out there and doing what he's doing, he could gain a few more positions. I think you're right, though, Galen. We're probably going to be coming down to, it's probably going to be a good long green flag run here before too much longer.
Yep, we'll have to see how it all plays out. I would have said that last time, too, and they found a way to have another caution, so,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm just a talking head in the booth tonight.
Well, this is kind of uncharacteristic of this league, though, already to have 3 cautions in 33 laps.
Well, we ran this season opener flag to flag at Super Speedway. After we had the duels and everything, it ran flag to flag.
What do you think?
So,
You think maybe the new guys in here? Well, no. Well, maybe the new guys might be having, the guys really haven't had much of a chance to race around them. Do you think maybe that could be playing a factor in the cautions here, or not? Not blaming them, just saying playing a factor in it.
they really, outside of that connection issue, haven't caused anything.
Right.
You guys haven't.
Right.
So no, I don't think I can attribute it to that. It's, guys making mistakes. I mean, it is the chase, and everything means just a little bit more right now. So I think we're just going to attribute it to the level of intensity being ramped up a little bit.
Well, Sedlick going to be starting second. Greg Sleich third. Thomas Keene up to fourth. Stephen Hollingsworth fifth. Michael Libby sixth. Zachary Miller seventh. Ken Worley eighth. And Tommy Lee ninth. Tony Pizarro rounding out your top 10. Oh, now them guys coming down pit road. So they're giving up more track position.
I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, me neither. Keene and Hollingsworth coming down pit road. All right, Schweikert gets his lap back, so he'll be restarting 17th on the tail end of the lead lap. So we got Tommy Lee, let's see, Keith Shaner, Keith Shaner, Tommy Lee, Thomas Keene, and Stephen Hollingsworth all coming off a pit road right now. The lights are off and we're ready to go back green, Roger.
Jonathan Cogswell, Nathan Sedlick, front row this time.
It'll be 66 laps to go when they get the green.
There's a lot of racing left to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is. We've thinned this field by about a third.
And we're only a third of the way through the race.
I see a pattern.
Predicting Brett Bodine, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either him or Kenny Wallace.
Whoever's driving the pace car, that's who I'm thinking is going to win it.
Well, pace
He's
car's
got a good shot.
Yeah, he's going to lead the most laps tonight, I can tell you that.
Here we go.
Green, green, green.
Jump from the back by somebody. Huge jump.
Cogswell trying to hang on to that inside lane. Nathan Sedlick up on the high line. And he's got
Tony Pizarro.
Yeah. Getting that double zero.
Drag race down the back. What do you think?
Alan Bowes finally working up on the high side there, running fourth up on the high side in that top lane.
One thing they gotta watch is make sure that the cars on the outside don't get too low, because I noticed that 21 likes to run just a quarter to a half lane off the bottom. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but you just have to be cognizant if you're one of those other drivers.
Tony Pizarro getting out of the gas, and he kept it 3 wide, but boy, he is going backwards really fast. What happened to Tony?
I can't tell that anything happened. He just backed out of it.
Yeah.
I kind of think maybe he thinks there's going to be one more caution. Might want to just bide his time and wait for a chance.
And if you notice, guys, again, you got that group back here about 3.5 seconds behind. You got Hollingsworth, Keene, and Lee hanging back here way off the pace, giving plenty of buffer to keep their cars intact to get to the end.
Man, that's just such a risky game to play, though, because sooner or later they're not going to have the caution. When that happens, you're done.
Yep. Well, we'll see. But they're Nathan Sedlick now in third. Greg Slach up on the high side with Nathan Sedlick making a run. And Cogswell kind of not having anybody to push him right there for just a second. Now Burke slides in there and start pushing, but it's too late. Ooh, there's going to be a tight fit. They needed a shoehorn to get that thing in there. Man.
Just barely. I'm glad we had the guys back at the shop put a little grease on the bumpers, or that one wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, that was definitely too close to call there. Sedlick didn't give him any slack, boy. He was coming down no matter what. I think Cogswell might have just said, I'll give you a little bit of room there. If he wouldn't have, it would have been all over.
Ken Worley back here running 11th by himself has lost this strap, and he is steadily falling back away from these guys.
Yeah, back 1.8 seconds now.
Big run on the top. We got Tony Pizarro and Thomas Branier. They're trying to get them all here in one corner. Up to P3, and they're still coming.
Beating and banging going on. That's going to be the big one.
That's half the field.
That's all the leaders.
Oh, my. Everybody out here is going to have damage on that one. Holy moly, guys. Just got
what happened?
Somebody got wiggly there, and I guess I didn't see who that was. Somebody come down into Jason Berg, I believe.
Actually, I think what you're going to find when you look at this is the 35 car, Nathan Sedlick, just does not turn into the tri-oval. Goes up and gets into the door of the double O.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not quite there yet, but...
And that just starts a huge chain reaction. Brandner was in it,
yes.
Sedlick was in it, Slach, Pizarro.
You are right, Roger. Boy, Nathan come way up the hill right there and right into the side of Pizarro.
That's 3 motors that I counted.
Oh, man.
Yep. I thought for a second he got bumped from behind. I'm watching and I don't think the 21 was close enough to touch him.
Very bad for a lot of these guys, though, man. And Jason Berg, I'm showing, as our new leader. Boy, he's got a lot of damage on that car, a lot of nose damage. This is going to take out a lot of folks in this field. They're going to want to rerun this race when it's all said and done. Galen?
Yeah, I bet you they're all going to go, thank God it's over. Is Michael Libby in the chase?
He is, and he's actually in a fairly good points position.
I was going to say, is he the only one that is in the chase that is still running with a car that is even close to contending for a win here?
I believe so. Right now, I've got. Let's look at the points here. Foley, Crabtree, Schweikert. Them three are out of it. Brander's still in it.
No, he's dead.
Oh, he's done. Okay, he's out.
Yeah, he was part of that big wreck.
Gidman's out. Nathan Sedlick, he's done.
Done.
Matt Spangler.
He's tore up pretty good in a lap down. He should be the lucky dog.
Yeah, he might get
and
back
actually,
in.
They got that car fixed pretty nice looking at it.
And that's it. Michael Libby and Nathan Sedlick. Or Matt Spangler, I mean. Michael Libby and Matt Spangler, the only two.
Schweikert is 11th. Excuse me.
Schweikert, yeah. Forgot about him.
That's pretty good points considering Foley finished 24th, so he stays in long enough. He's going to continue to click off the spots, and that's huge to make up those points, no matter how you do it.
A brand new leader, Thomas Keene. So more cars tore up here, guys. Man,
we're not halfway.
Yeah,
we're only going to have about 12 cars still running this race.
Yeah,
and
I don't even know about
all
that.
of them have damage. Every one of them has damage.
I think if I'm Michael Libby, I'm pretty happy right now.
We've lost 15 cars.
I don't even know what to attribute this to. I mean,
me either.
This is way atypical for this bunch.
Well, we're going to take just a short break here, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back.
Alrighty.
ready to finish this thing up any time here, guys.
Well, we're in the booth. It's not our fault.
No.
Might send someone to convey the message down to those drivers, though. I don't know what's gotten into them tonight.
Yeah.
Have to give Foley a buzz and see if they put something in the Daytona Beach water or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Loco weed or something.
Alan Bowes up to second, Travis Brown third, Jason Berg fourth, Michael Libby fifth, Tommy Lee in sixth, Ken Worley. Okay, well, Tommy Lee coming down pit road again.
Well, it's that same group of cars that are working their way to the back. Apparently, they still think we're going to have more action.
Well, I've disagreed with them about 3 times, and about 3 times I've been wrong, so I'm just not even going to comment on that one.
Keith Shaner back here running in 7th. Matt Spangler 8th. John Schweikert 9th. These guys back in contention here, guys. Top 10.
Hey, Rudy, I don't know if you saw me come in or not.
Yeah, what's up?
No, and I figured I'd join you up here in the booth. It was getting lonely out and down in TeamSpeak by myself.
Yep, I understand.
These guys are going, chipping away one at a time.
Well, Galen had a good assumption here. We're thinking there's something in that Daytona water that making these guys drive like this. This is really uncharacteristic of these guys.
Yeah, it's definitely uncharacteristic of us at restrictor plates. We're usually better than this, but it is what it is, and hopefully these guys can find their way here at the end.
Well, we've lost about 15 or 16 drivers. Man, it's coming down to, we're going to have about a 12-car shootout here to finish this thing up.
Unfortunately, that's not what we're known for, but it is what it is, and hopefully these guys can at least make the last 50 laps go by quick here. I will say one thing. I know I heard you guys talking about Tommy Lee and those guys. I'm wondering if they're thinking that there's going to be a green flag run and they want to be off sequence. That's what my assessment of that is anyway.
But one or so laps is good enough for off sequence, but you still have to be able to reach out there and contend with these guys. If they hang that far back, they're not going to be able to reach up and just catch the leaders. The pace car is all bunched up, green flag falls, and away we go. If I'm not mistaken, that was Sean Powell leading us to the flag there.
Well, I'm just gonna throw a prediction out here, okay? And I'm gonna say Tommy Lee's gonna win this race. So that's just my prediction.
There is some strategy with what they're doing. I don't know what it is, but
Well, I've seen them do this so many times in other races that I've broadcasted. Usually Travis Townsend and him, Hollingsworth, all work together. They swap it around. They stay back so they're out of the wrecks. And boy, I just seen Travis Brown go right through Sean Powell's car right there. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Powell's warping quite a bit. He has been ever since that initial deal with the 3-car Foley, and he just every once in a while he just has really big fits in connection.
Yep.
which is odd because we haven't seen that from him in the truck series at all.
Bo's trying to get a run on that upside there with Berg. Boy, and they still cannot clear Powell though. Sean Powell just being pretty strong on that low line. A little bit of dancing around. I'm sure there's a little aero push out there with these cars being that close together.
I will say this setup is really tight. So one thing I noticed.
Sean Powell back out front to lead yet another lap here. Leading 4 laps so far in the race. And with all these new leaders up here, that kind of throws out the somebody leading the most laps of the guys that were leading so many earlier. Schweikert and Nathan Sedlick, which those guys are Sedlick out and Schweikert way back in the field.
Michael Libby keeps having the race he's having right now. He's going to be really close to the end of the night with points.
Yes, definitely. And he's pretty much about the only one that's really in the driver's seat right now for of all the championship contenders out there. He's in the driver's seat right now. The only one that's left is John Schweikert and Matt Spangler that are in the championship.
All I can say with certainty that nobody expected this kind of a race, but it's a race like this that'll really mix up the championship, and you're gonna have these, so it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
All right, Shaner back here in 10th, but nobody to work with them, 3.3 seconds back.
Too much damage to hold the draft with anybody right now. He's got a bunch of damage on the right side of that car.
Schweikert and Spangler still working together. These guys way off of the pace, so much damage that they're slow, but running in 11th and 12th and 2. They'll have a race of their own, I'm sure, when it gets down to the end of this thing. Tony Pizarro, looks like Tony's still sitting on pit road trying to get damage fixed up, but he's many laps down. Ken Worley moving up to 6th. Oh, he's coming down pit road. Ken Worley on pit road, folks. Oh boy, I don't know, but he might have got... He pulled in.
He's headed out.
He pulled in and left. Why?
Yep.
Watch the
47.
Like do the same thing.
Oh, no. Why?
Oh, he's getting tires.
Yeah, Keith Shaner on pit road.
And gone.
Oh. And what? Well, brand new leader up front, guys. Alan Bowes has managed to get that car up in front. And I believe Michael Leiby now is in 4th. So good job by them guys. But look who's coming up on the high side here. Thomas Keene, Tommy Lee, and Stephen Hollingsworth. Reeling these guys in. Not too many guys.
You might have been right, Rudy. You might have been right. That looks like that's their plan, and wouldn't surprise me to see them get up there and battle for this win now.
Yeah, usually, like I said, usually it's Tommy Lee, Travis Townsend, and Stephen Hollingsworth working together, and they do this the whole race. They'll just stay there. They'll ride. I think they're working now. They're saying, there's less cars up there, less of a chance of getting into a wreck. And they're gonna start marching for the front. Michael Leiby hanging right on in 3rd. Down to what? 8 cars left on the race. 8 cars, folks. Wow. From what? 27 or 28? We started at 28, I think.
Yeah,
Wow.
28.
Unbelievable. Sean Powell out front. Travis Brown going to have a good run here today. And here we go. Hollingsworth and Lee up on the high side for the lead if they can get there. I look for Keene to probably duck in behind them and go with them. Yes, he does.
By the way, I'm starting to think the 37 and 47 pulled off intentionally so Schweikert can get some more positions. Because they're his teammates, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they are.
Okay.
It actually looks like Schweikert disconnected just after they did, so.
Yep.
I guess he figured he's got as many positions as he could get.
Yep. 9th place. Not going to gain any more. Unless something drastic happens between this front 8 right here. But I don't see it. I kind of look for it to be a pretty clean race the rest of the race.
Anything can happen. I mean, In my personal opinion, if that was me, I'd be running. But that's me.
Tommy Lee for the lead. First time today he's been up here in the front. Thomas Keene coming with him. Stephen Hollingsworth third. Travis Brown hanging on in fourth. And Tommy Lee going to lead his first lap of the day on lap 53.
And look who's 1, 2, 3, Rudy.
Uh-huh.
I know you called it.
I've seen these guys do it so many times. They lay way back 3 or 4 seconds and they just lay there and wait. And when all the wrecking's done and everything's out of the way, then now they go to the front. You know, they'll just work together.
Well, if we'd had our normal, you know, our normal way a race works here, that would have never worked. But
might not
they got
have.
really lucky with the way things played out here today.
Well, Tommy don't win it, I would say probably one of them three will win it. I'm sure one of them will decide to push the other one to the victory here, but probably one of them three, Thomas Keene, Hollingsworth, or Lee. But Travis Brown is being strong. Michael Leiby, man, and I'm not counting out Sean Powell because he has been really, really good with these guys. Even though he's been having that blinking issue, he has really been good.
Let's not forget that the 18 car is still in this race.
That's right. Jason Berg and Alan Bowes working together right here. And they're staying right in grasp of them. 1 second back. Ooh, I seen a little tire smoke there, guys.
I do think the 86 has some damage, though, Roger.
That's not going to slow the 18 much. If
No.
they really want to get up there and mix it up, I think they see those guys up there wiggling around and, you know, bumping into each other. They don't want to be part of that. So they're going to wait until we get through a round of pit stops, and you'll see they'll be right in the mix.
Hollingsworth for the lead now. They've each led 1 or 2 laps. So Hollingsworth led 2, Keene's led 1, Tommy Lee's led 2. Michael Leiby would just love to get up there and lead a lap right now. I'd really like to see him get up there and lead one to get that point. Coming to take lap 57.
We had a car blow its engine right here on the front stretch.
Huh?
Zorro, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was coming off a pit road. I think he was... That's too bad. I think he thought it had it all repaired, but obviously not.
That's too bad. If he'd stayed out there, he could have picked up, a few positions anyway.
But these 8 now all just nose to tail riding it out. So any one of them could win here, Roger. You're right. Bowes is back in the mix of it. Berg's back in the mix of it.
Pretty ironic to see that Wrangler car in victory.
Caution. Why do we have a caution?
Where? Where's the caution?
Because of where the 00 stopped. He took it down on the road course.
What's he doing down in there?
He took it down on the road course and he stopped, and that's still going to give us a caution when he pulls to a stop.
What's he doing down in there? That ain't part of the track.
No, but the sim still recognizes that pieces of the road course as active, and if you pull onto them and you happen to stop, then it recognizes your stopped vehicle on the racing surface. You'll get a caution for that. I've seen it several times.
Yeah, I think we just had that here a couple weeks ago. Somebody did that. I forget where it was at, Roger.
Yeah, I was trying to remember myself because I remember it happening. That's how I knew to go look for it.
Yep.
Boys, it's been a long night, and I think I'm going to go ahead and call it an evening here, but it was a lot of fun being up here with you and getting to work through this. It was fun. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us, bud.
All right, see you guys.
And again.
Well, I would say pit stops for sure here.
Well, absolutely. And that's going to keep them with one more stop to the end here.
Yep.
So everybody still had to do that.
And I look for, after the pit stops and they come around before the green, I look for them front three to stop in and top off the fuel one more time. Just to guarantee they've got enough to keep them on that strategy of one more stop and they'll have fuel. But I might be wrong on that. I don't know, I just watch these guys so much, you know, I learned some of their strategies. And
well, while they're on pit stops, I have to step away for a second, Rudy.
okie dokie. Alright, everybody coming down pit road. Let's see what they got. I don't think there's going to be any tire changing. What happened to Galen?
He said he was tired. I think he was going to head out for the night.
Well,
it looks like there'll be a new rule for the rule book next season.
What's that?
Blow your engine, get out of the car as quick as you can. Don't pull on the road cars.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I'm not quite understanding why somebody would do that. But. All right, so Thomas Keene, Stephen Hollingsworth, Tommy Lee, Sean Powell, Michael Leiby, Travis Brown, Alan Bowes in 7th, and Jason Berg 8th. 8 cars left in this race. Wow. Unbelievable, ain't it, Scott?
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it, but there's not much I can do, unfortunately.
No.
And I feel bad for Johnny. Johnny, got wrecked out early because of internet issues. I mean, it wasn't like Sean Powell was driving, recklessly or anything. None of the new guys looked like they were driving recklessly. So I don't know.
Looks like Michael Leiby's the only one that's in the chase is still in the race. Man.
Well, the one thing I will say about this race is that I think, for next week and going forward, it's going to make things a little interesting. And I know coming out of Indy, with the way things kind of went down there, I think this kind of evened the playing field a little bit and got us back on track, even though it's not the best race that IWCR has had.
Right. It's going to tighten the points up quite a bit.
Every turn.
Okie dokie. Well, if they can keep it green, we'll be looking at one more pit stop. I guess they didn't. They decided not to do that. They changed up their strategy a little bit on that. Probably didn't want to give up that track position out front. Them three probably got 3 of the cleanest cars out there right now. Sean Powell's is pretty clean. Michael Leiby's is pretty clean. Travis has got a little bit of damage. Alan Bowes is pretty clean, and Berg's got a little bit of damage. But with all the pit stops here, I think maybe Berg may have gotten his car pretty well fixed up. He's still got just a little damage.
Yeah, it's not bad. Everybody pitting. Topping her off.
Yes, they are. Well, I kind of figured that.
These poor
Yeah,
guys.
everybody.
Yep.
These guys are all talking in the game, talking about how there's only 8 people left.
Yeah.
They're talking about going in reverse.
Well, Michael Libby would like that because he'd probably opt to not do that. Get out there, try to win, and really capitalize on some points. Let's see how far back in points is he. He's 4th in points. He picked up 2 positions last week. This could really, actually, you know what? He could be the points leader after this race tonight. It'll be close. He could actually be the points leader.
See more than about 18 points behind Rudy. I didn't look at the points before I came
He
out.
is 25, I think. 20.
Yeah, it's 25 out.
Yeah, 25.
He'll be within 5 points, depending on
It'll
where he
be close.
finishes.
He needs to get a bonus point though.
He needs
Yeah.
to win if he wants to be the points leader.
Yep.
Yeah, he also needs to lead a lap too at some point.
Well, if he wins, he'll get that lap led.
Yep. Yeah. He'll get both bonuses right there in one shebang.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. I love you, Raj. I'm just playing with you, bud.
It's a good thing we're all good friends.
I just wanted to point out that you can't win if you don't lead a lap. So
Yeah, lead one. That's all you need to do, right?
it's the only one I ever care about lead.
Let's see, Jason Berg out front has led 1 lap already, and
Green flag, they started single file. How about that?
On their own too.
great job.
Bo's went all the way to the back, away from the guy that's been pushing, and he's been pushing the whole race. So interesting.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of, right now, I think he's just kind of just waiting. Bo's probably one of the most patient drivers out there right now. I think a lot of these guys are not being very patient. It's coming down to the end of this. He's saying, I've been patient all race, and I'm not giving up on that. He
I
really,
think they're all just trying to get to the last 5 laps so they
Yeah.
can get out.
yep. Berg out front.
Yeah, Travis Brown's trying to push him so they can get away from these guys.
Well, they've gained a little bit of ground, but a couple of tenths. Hollingworth kind of got separated from his normal partners back there, Thomas Keene and Tommy Lee. They're hanging on right there. Michael Libby taking up the rear of that front group. They're all nose to tail. Everybody just staying in the draft. I don't think they got to worry about saving fuel now. It's just a matter of just riding out some laps, get through that last pit stop that they've got to make around lap 80, and run it to the end. Great run up on the top. Thomas Keene bringing Alan Bode with him, and Tommy Lee, not sure which line he wants to go in, but I think he's decided he wants to go to the high line. He gets a little squirrely there, almost takes out Michael Libby.
Late decision. He was cranking on the wheel and he had to try to get car underneath.
I bet you he was cranking on that wheel because that was close.
He may end up having to fall back behind Libby because he lost those from now. Gets to 16 to come up and give him a little pull.
There we go. Hollingsworth up there with him, and now, ooh man, he backs off the fuel just a little bit. I'm right on board with him and listening. Or he didn't want to run over Hollingsworth. And, you know, you think about it, these guys in the back are actually in a good position here. You don't really want to be up front until that last lap. But look who's up front right now, guys. Alan Bowes. Brings Berg right along with him.
There is so much of this moving around. I'm afraid these guys are going to end up touching each other. The last 8 cars are going to get ranked out.
Oh man, that would be that would be bad. Travis Brown up on the high side here. We'll see Michael Livy still on the low side.
I need to talk to race control here. I think it's raining in turn 4.
Is it?
All I know is the set that iRacing gave us. Oh, this is a tight set. That's why you keep seeing guys drifting up.
Travis Brown getting contact from Stephen Hollingsworth and had to back out of the gas. He got a little bit of nose damage from that, Roger.
He already had just a little bit that he had gotten fixed, so this is not going to help his cause at all.
No, he's going to be struggling now to hang on to the draft, I think, with that little bit of damage. Hollingsworth just kind of drifted up there a little bit in a turn, and Tommy Lee doing a good job up there by himself, though.
Taking an awful chance on a good finish tonight by trying to side draft off the 5 car.
Yeah. He's keeping it right down there pretty tight. Hollingsworth has to lift just a touch.
Travis Brown right back in the mix. Wow.
Man.
That door gets slammed.
I'm telling you, it did. Wow. Man, I hear a lot of lifting. I was riding on board with Hollingsworth there, and man, he was doing a lot of lifting on that throttle. Michael Libby up to 4. Tommy Lee back up on the high side, going to try that side draft one more time. Gets up there. Oh, Thomas Keane a little squirrely that time. Whoa. All I know is they better be careful. We got 3 wide in the back. Michael Libby right up the middle of them. Travis Brown on the low side. Libby ducked it in behind him. Gonna try to push Travis Brown up into the mix of it, I guess.
At least you got some entertaining racing, right?
Oh yeah. Here we are at lap 70. About 10 more laps are going to be looking at coming down pit road for one more fuel stop to finish this race up.
You know, the field has thinned out, Powers.
Yeah. Hollingsworth up in front. Gets a good run on Bowes. He's got Sean Powell pushing him. Boy, these guys are dancing all over the place. Are you seeing this?
Yeah,
that's why.
I'm sorry.
That's why I've been saying that we may not be done with the cautions. These guys are taking awful chances with top 8 finishes right here. I mean, especially Michael Livy. He's got a lot to gain by winning, but he's got, you know, just as much to lose by finishing 8 because he could finish 3rd.
I was gonna chime in and just say the set that iRacing gave us for this new tire model for this track is horrible. It is so tight. That's why you're seeing guys having such a hard time in the corners, keeping it pinned down to that yellow line.
Alan Bowes still out front. Boy, and he's got Berg right behind him in that Camry. Berg, one of the only Toyotas out there tonight, I think. Boy, look at this run Hollingsworth got on the high side. Holy smokes, did he get a run. But he hits that wall of air up there, you know, and it just, man, it just goes like nowhere.
Car behind disconnects, and it's just like throwing out an anchor.
Michael Libby still into the mix of it here, running in the 6th place right at the moment.
Tommy Lee is all over the place. I mean, it looks like he is fighting with the car, and the car's winning.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, do you think maybe, you know, just a thought. If he didn't take any tires all night, could Could that affect the handling on that car right now? About 70 laps into
Absolutely.
this?
Absolutely.
I don't know it affected this much. I mean, it's a tight car, but man, he's all over the place from lap to lap.
Yep. Well, he's pretty much kind of gotten parted from his teammates. They're up there way up in first and second, and they're having a battle of their own. They're swapping up and everything, so them two could be going for the win here. As Tommy Lee riding along here in trying to get some side draft again. Well, he's making it work. Look at this.
Yeah, that side draft is powerful. John Schwecker was doing it to me earlier. It was practically passing me.
Now Bose comes back on the inside. Tommy Lee cuts it down to the inside here. Well, he did for a minute. Thomas Keene up front. Hollingsworth right behind him. Alan Bose third. Libby in fourth. And again, I wanted to just kind of throw this out there again. Libby, the only one that's a chase contender right now, and he's still out there running. So, man, that's great news for him. He's got to be smiling from year to year. Even if he finished 8th right now, he's going to gain big time in the points.
I think he's waiting for after the last 20 laps to start making some moves. I think he's just riding right now.
That's what I'd be doing too. You still got that last pit stop to make, and that's probably going to jumble everything up. I don't know, they might be in communication out there that they'll all pit together maybe. I don't know.
That would sure make things interesting.
Oh boy.
We've seen group pitting here on the green in the super speedway races that didn't actually turn out so good.
Travis Brown going back again to the back of this field. Gonna tuck it in behind Sean Powell. Oh, now up under Sean Powell. Gonna stick Sean Powell outside. Well, Travis Brown mixing it up here with these guys. Hollingsworth and Tommy Lee up to the high side. I think Hollingsworth did that to give Tommy Lee just a little bit of a pull, but it wasn't enough. Now he does it again. That's going to get Tommy Lee up into the mix of things. Going to get them all back up front, I believe, is what their plan is.
About 3 or 4 more laps, and then everybody's going to start pitting.
They're going to have to figure out what they're going to do here and get single file or whatever their plan is.
Well, I hope they all pit together so they keep this pack together.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, you guys can probably hear if there's any communication going on the track, but because they are in different TeamSpeak channels, some of them are not even in TeamSpeak.
No, there's no communication. They're all driving right now. Whoever they got in TeamSpeak helping them is helping them.
And they could be in private channels too.
The only thing I hear is the rev of the engine every time they go by.
Tommy Lee not giving up on that high side though, and he's got a little bit of help up on that high side from I believe that Sean Powell up there. Oh no,
and Travis Brown.
Travis Brown, yep, and Sean Powell.
Both drivers are up there.
Very good. Everybody trying to get by Alan Bose, but boy, they just have not had any good success at it. Alan Bose is standing right there in that draft.
Interesting thing here, Libby at the back. I think he did that on purpose so that when he's pitting, he's got nobody to hit him over from behind.
Yep, not a bad idea.
This way you don't get run over.
Well, this lap puts us in the window. So it's pit stop starting anytime. Boy, they are fanning out 3 wide right here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see pit stops here probably this lap or the next one. Hollingsworth coming down to the low line. Tried to help Tommy out up there, but I hope they're in communication and somebody doesn't make a left turn from the high side coming down. Oh boy, that could be bad.
Life is in danger of losing this draft.
Still not pitting.
It looks like he backed off to let everybody in.
Yep. Everybody single file. I bet you $5 we're looking at pit stops this time by.
And we might see some, but they're not really communicating much about when they're going to pit. And if Life isn't careful, he will lose this draft.
Thomas Keene out front. Led 7 laps. Hollingsworth's led 11. Alan Bowes has led 10. And still passing up pit road. Wow. I guess I'd have lost that bet.
Well, they can definitely make it from right here.
Yeah.
If they stop next lap, so.
Might be quick to cut the guys in front of them.
Here, there we go. We're getting pit stops now.
Okay. Right on the leader. And this is where it can be won or lost right here. So hopefully everybody hits their mark. Give plenty of room to each other. No wrecking, no sliding, no hitting the brakes, locking them up. This is where it's all going to come to play.
You want a big pack pit? Here we go.
Oh boy, we got to
have them get you slowed down. Wow. Good job.
That's a great
ugly.
Yes. Look at this. Now, you talk about the experience put right there in all them drivers. That's a lot of experience that them guys just showed right there. I don't think we're going to see any tire change. Oh, right sides by Tommy Lee. And he's out of there.
Not going to really hurt him.
Nope. Man.
Do that and get full of fuel. So. Wow. We've been all over, almost having a wreck. Now we're having all kinds of silly things happen. What is going on there?
Forgot to exit on the backstretch.
Ah, yeah.
I think he spun the tires a little coming up out of there, but that made Tommy have to make an adjustment, and he spun the car completely out.
That's interesting. He ghosted right through him. That's what happened to me, too.
He's going to be way back off the pace. No help back there. 11 seconds behind these guys. He's got to be doing a slow burn right now, but Thomas Keene back out front, though. Hollingsworth second. Working with Alan Bowes to get caught up to Keene. They're almost a second behind him, but they're going to close up on him really fast here.
Spread everybody out. So now you got Berg working with Livy here to try to catch Bowes, who's working with Hollingworth, and they're catching Keene.
Down to 0.4 of a second. And I'm sure Hollingsworth is going to stick with Keene. He's not going to, if he goes by him, he's probably going to dump off Alan Bowes and come down in front of him, I'm sure. But I think he's just going to ride right there right now behind Keene. Everybody's starting to reel these guys back up. And we got 5 cars back into the mix of it here for the lead, guys.
Well, then that's your 5.
Yep.
Because there's Brown and Powell not going to probably be able to catch these 5 together.
Yep. And Tommy Lee way back, 11.8 seconds. Well, them are the types of mistakes though that we see on pit road, and Tommy Lee made it. Say he spun coming off pit road?
Yeah.
Man. Bummer. All right, coming to 15 to go this time. We got 8 cars left in the field of 28. Lots of big wrecks tonight. Take a look here real quick. We've had 5 cautions, but we've had 28 lead changes, guys. That's amazing.
15 to go.
Right now,
it is with this front 5 here.
Right now, Thomas Keenan's led the most laps with 12 laps.
Michael Livey right there in 3rd, itching, trying to get that win.
The only chase contender in the field right now.
Yep.
I know as much as Alan Bowes would like to get up there and win that, I'm sure he's probably trying to maybe work with Libby and maybe get Libby up there for a win. That would be kind of cool, knowing that he's the only chase contender out there right now, and it would really be beneficial to him to win this thing. He has not led a lap today. You might see him in victory lane though, coming to 13 to go. Anything can happen here.
Sitting in the catbird seat.
Yes, he is. And Sean Powell, Travis Brown starting to reel them guys in. They're down to 1.6 seconds behind them. Starting to catch that draft with Sean Powell up front now.
Yeah, I ducked out to talk to the other admin. 16 spun his tires and tried to duck back behind the yellow line, so he didn't get black flagged. So for anybody watching wants to know why the 16 wasn't black flagged, that's why. It's a shame though for Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
This race.
Yeah, he's got 16.8 seconds, and there's probably a chance he'll probably get lapped before this is over, just because these guys are so much faster right now. But we're working into a 7-car battle. Look at this, guys. They have caught him.
Look at that. They have caught him.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and I just want to throw this out there. Way to jinx the 33 car.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I'm pretty sure a guy that sounded a lot like you earlier said he probably won this race.
Yeah. Well, and then I kind of retracted that statement a little bit later. If you remember, I said, well, one of the 3 of them are going to win, but
yeah, I know you crawfished and taken your bet a little bit.
But yeah, I really thought Tommy Lee was going to win here today, because when he's like any racer, even though he's teammates there with Hollingsworth and Keene, when it comes down to the last couple laps, it's all bets are off. There is no teammates in. He buckles right down and goes for it, but definitely out of contention now. 18.2 seconds back. I don't know, he might not go a lap down, but he's going to be awful close to it, I'll bet. These guys have yet to get real racy up here. They're just running nose to tail, waiting to get a few more laps. What do you think? 5 to go, they're going to start putting it on?
I would imagine everybody's just trying to get to that point. They want this thing to end. They don't want to race it up too hard until we get to that point. 2 watch right there. 3rd, 4th, 5th, those guys are going to pull out with about 3 to go probably and try to make a push.
Yeah, I think you're right. Keene and Hollingsworth are going to be setting ducks out front there.
Well, I won't be surprised if we don't see the 43 make himself about 3 wide all alone.
Yeah.
Well, Mose said, I ain't going to wait. I'm going to go. I want to see what I can do right now.
He's trying to get Burt to go along with him. Burt's just trying to get up there and catch up to him. Hollingsworth, yeah, there he goes.
And there goes that block.
Yep. Oh, and he tries to come back down.
He tries to cover down the inside again.
He can't do it. Libby was right there.
That would have changed things drastically to get a caution right there.
Hollingsworth up to the high side, so now they've got the front row covered, and they can pretty much govern who's going to win this. If
well, here's the best thing that this group could probably do. They can split them 2 guys up front up.
Yes, sir.
Keen's going to pull out and try to pull him back. They're going to give up his lead.
And here comes Michael Leiby's shot at one to get the point.
Yes, sir. He could get it right here. He's going to get that point for leading the lap.
That move by Hollingsworth might come back to haunt him.
Yes, sir. Good job by these guys, man. Way to get that point, Michael. Woohoo! That's just going to even tighten the points up even more, Scott.
I'm happy about that. I think it'll be a nice final 2 race. Final 2 races.
Sean Powell in 4th right there. Up on the high side comes Travis Brown, Hollingsworth, and Keene going to try to get a run, the 3 of them, but boy, they got the wrong guy pulling them around because Brown's got a lot of damage on that car.
And Bose will see that they pulled out, and he will start to push on Lively a little, just to ensure they can stay out there long enough for him to try to get that last lap run.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because I think Bose will probably wait until we get the 2 to go to even try to make a move right now. Unless Burke gets up there and gets the push.
All right, Raj, you're sitting first. You're Michael Leiby. What are you thinking right now? What are you doing?
I am doing way more mirror driving than I am out the windshield, and I am hoping that Alan Bose is comprehending that I'm still in the chase, and that this could really shake up the points and give me a real opportunity here, and that he'll just push me and help keep me out front.
Well, Keene and Hollingsworth had a great run, but Bose seen them coming and started pushing right there for just a second to keep Leiby right in the front. Yeah, I think that would really be that would be something that Bose just pushed him to the victory, wouldn't it?
As long as he doesn't let him shoot in front of him, he's up.
Oh, they're going to go.
He's not going to do it.
Oh man, you're kidding me. I thought for sure he was going to push Leiby to the win. Now Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth is getting awful brave. 3 wide. Coming to the line. Who's going to lead that lap? It looked like Alan Bose led that lap. Keene caught the apron just a touch. That's no man's land there. You don't want to catch that apron.
I don't think we're done with cautions just yet.
Yeah, they're getting awful racy here. 5 to go, folks. Keene up front. He's hungry for this win. Michael Leiby in 2nd. Travis Brown 3rd. Look at those guys. Man, they're getting racy. Tommy Lee now 26 seconds behind these guys, so he's about a half a lap behind them right now.
4 to go.
Leiby all over the back of Keene's bumper.
What'd you say, Roger, all night long, that outside line? At some point, it stops working.
Yeah, what a time.
You got to have more cars on the outside closer to the end than you do on the inside. So,
yeah, you need to have at least 4 up on that high side, and you can power right on by. But here comes Travis Brown and Hollingsworth.
I got goosebumps watching this.
I'm telling you, you'd just like to be out there in the mix of it right now, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hollingsworth ducks it in behind Leiby. Dumps off Brown. All these guys are, no matter what, they're all going to have great finishes here. They can't finish any worse than 8th,
Got to keep that 42 and 43 car separated.
Yeah. Leiby knows.
Right now, Leiby needs to stay locked on the bumper to 42 until the 1 to go, and then take a shot late.
Yep. needs to pull out going into turn 3 and get a good run coming out of 4 on that high side, and he could probably power by if he's got a partner. But the thing of it is, if he pulls out right now, Hollingsworth's going to suck right up on the bumper of Keene, and Libby's going to go nowhere.
Well, that 16 car's been fast majority of the night, so I wouldn't be surprised if he got up on the 5.
Yeah. But with them all split up like that, it's going to take a half a lap for him to get all configured up there and partnered up. Libby drifts up the hill. Whoa.
He's got a little air in the nose of that car.
Yeah. Hollingsworth giving him a little push, and now, or are they going to finish where
Brown got inside and got the 16 out of line.
That changes everything.
That changes things quite a bit. And Hollingsworth has been dropping back and trying to figure out the timing on hitting on. And Libby's been paying attention to his mirror. He'll be able to stop that run to the outside.
Final lap. White flag is in the air. Hollingsworth faked it out like he was going to go with them. Libby up there by himself. Look at that. Oh, wow, they get together.
Out of the way.
Oh, Brown going to sneak in there for 3rd. Look at this.
Up and push the 5 up the hill.
This is pretty crazy, guys. Coming around here to take the victory. Thomas Keene and Hollingsworth. Holy smokes.
We ain't over yet.
Nope.
Oh, they're into it back there. Coming across the line is going to be Thomas Keene and Stephen Hollingsworth finishing 2nd. Great job by these guys. Holy moly, what a finish to this race. Wow. What a finish, guys. Whoa. Do we have any of them guys in TeamSpeak here? Thomas, yeah, we do. Holy smokes. Did you think it was going to end like that, Scott?
No, but hey, listen, that's why they race the races, right?
That's right.
It's nice to see some new guys up front. So, congrats with Thomas Keene. That's awesome.
Well, let me get him up here. Thomas Keene, that's Rudy in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Holy smokes, brother. What was going through your mind them last few laps? Because, man, everybody was all over you. That's, you know, we all know that's not the place to be, the leading with about 2 to go. But you managed to keep it there with Hollingsworth, your teammate, pushing you. Tell us about them last few laps and how much mirror driving you were doing.
Well, I was doing a lot of mirror driving because me and him were planning, because me and Hollingsworth, we've been working the whole race, and I couldn't have done this without him. I mean, heck, I owe him, because he said he was gonna help me, and if I was gonna push him, he was gonna push me. So we had no plans on leaving each other. So I knew if we can get Libby to go up, it was gonna be either me or him. We had to get Libby up, and once that happened, I knew it was gonna be either me or him. So I have to owe this to him and Tommy for we planned to just stay in the back, and it worked, and I owe them for getting this win.
Well, I talked about that at the beginning of the race. You guys were laying back there 3-4 seconds back, and I know because I watched them guys a lot, and Tommy and Hollingsworth and usually Travis Townsend into that. But that's what they do. They lay back and try to wait till some of the wrecks are out of the way, and then toward the end of the race bring it back up toward the front. Well, if that was your plan here tonight, it worked. Congratulations on a great victory here tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I just want to thank my parents, you guys for putting on the races. Anyone that, my friend Koala's, Caleb, anyone else that was watching, Tommy Hollingsworth for pushing me there and helping me, and Edwin for IWCR for it was a good race there for just us 8, but I hope that put on a good show. Well,
you did, brother. You did. That was an amazing finish. We were all like just biting our fingernails sitting here waiting. Yeah, hold on a minute. I want to get third place in the booth with us here too. Travis, hold on, we'll get to you in just a minute. But yeah, great victory, Thomas. Man, I'll tell you what, you bring that Coke Zero Chevrolet to victory lane today. Congratulations, and thanks for talking with us, buddy, and good to have you.
Thanks, and yeah, just the first career IWCR win. I knew I was going to get it soon, just didn't know when, and today was a good day.
Well, it took a super speedway to do it, huh?
Hey, it's my home track, so no better way to do it.
All right, good job. Thanks a lot, buddy. All right,
No
Stephen Hollingsworth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Rudy.
Well, Stephen, you kept that thing in the plan there. You and Thomas and Tommy Lee kept that into the plan, and it worked out for you too. Unfortunately, Tommy, I think, spun the tires there coming off the pit road and got way back in the field. But you bring it home second today. What was your plan there coming to victory lane? Was you just going to let Thomas get the win, or did you have any idea that maybe you might pull out and try to get the victory?
Yeah, it was a good race. Me and Thomas and Tommy, we got together before the race and come up with a plan. We could ride it back all day, and hopefully, I was hoping it to go green the whole way and finish 1, 2, 3. But it didn't work out. I don't know what the deal was, but coming to the line, I backed off in the middle of 3 and 4 and thought about it. But then I was just like, just let the man win. He deserves it. He was out. He had the position. And we worked together the whole time. He didn't leave me. I didn't leave him. And 1-2. I feel like I won too. So.
Well, there you go. Well, Thomas did lead the most laps here tonight with 23 laps. So great job by him. Leading the most laps. But a lot of cautions. Let's talk about them cautions, Thomas or Stephen. The cautions kind of seem to play into your favor. I noticed you guys did a couple extra pit stops in there just to try to keep your fuel topped off in case it went green, so you'd be on a different pit strategy from the other guys out there. But how much did the cautions play into your strategy? Did it play into it, or did it kind of ruin your strategy?
Well, at the end, I think it played into it because we were really close on fuel. Thomas being out front most of that last green flag run really ate his fuel up. So I think Bose, he tried to play mind games with us, went high and kind of got us separated. So I told him, Thomas, come to the back and let's just save fuel. And I think the caution played a role. Definitely eliminated a lot of good drivers, so we didn't have to worry about them.
Mm-hmm.
And it just worked out.
Well, it was a great race. Like I said, we were all sitting right on the edge of our seats here watching them last couple of laps, and we didn't know who was going to win because we didn't know who was going to maybe try to pull out there at the last second and maybe try to get a run on you. And were you prepared for that if it would have happened?
Oh yeah. My car was. I kept it cool right there at the end. I didn't know if Lobby was gonna pull out at the end because I figured he knew that me and King were working together, and maybe he thought that we were just gonna go all out last lap.
Mm-hmm.
When he pulled out, I left him out there to dry, and I don't know. It just worked out. We showed a lot of patience, is what that was. Just patience.
Yep, and a lot of strategy. All right. Okay. Well, good job out there, Stephen. You come home second. Congratulations to you. Anybody you want to thank?
I don't think you Rudy in the booth broadcasting all these races, like going back and watching them. IWCR, I missed a couple weeks. Good to be back. Good to be in the Gen 6 series, first race. Gen 6, wish it was a little bit better. Maybe next week be better. Hope to be back in the trucks tomorrow. And just wanted to thank everybody in the league. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Stephen. All right. Travis Brown, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got.
Well, Travis, you come home third. What? I know you had a little bit of damage on that car. You kind of got caught up in a couple of those little bumpers, But did you think you had third in that, or did you think you were just going to be lucky to bring it into a top 5?
I thought I had a shot really at the win, but I knew I had a car for the top 5 if I did my part and didn't screw it.
Well, it looked pretty good. You managed to keep that thing right where you needed to keep it. pretty much all day long. You know, you stayed right up in that the top 15 pretty much the first part of the race there, and tried to keep it out of all the cautions. But you're bringing home third today. Tell us about any part of the race that may have been a good part that helped you get there.
Really, one that pops into my mind was that big wreck on lap 15. I just got a chance to go back and watch that, and it's a big wreck. I got into the back of Nathan, who I was working with at the time, and then somebody got in the back of me, and it turned me sideways, and somehow I ended up gathering it back up and not really getting too much damage out of the deal. Then later in the wreck, that Thomas and Nathan got taken out in, I don't know what lap that was on. I scooted through that, and then there were a couple more near misses throughout the day, but I pretty much continued to keep it fairly clean, and that's what put me in position to have a chance at this win.
Well, you did a great job of it, Travis, and it was good to see you up there into the mix of things. I know there was them last probably like 20 laps, there was a lot of shuffling back and forth, and at times it looked like you were going to the back, and then the next time you'd be up on the high side with somebody, and just a lot of shuffling around. Draft being so strong with these cars, and side draft being so strong. We seen a lot of like Tommy Lee up there several times trying to pull side draft, and he was holding it pretty good by himself, but you kept it into the mix all day, and that's what it takes to bring it into third place, and congratulations to you on that. Anybody you want to give a shout out to, Travis?
Shout out to Nathan Sedlak. He helped me out really a lot tonight. Then DeAndre Artis, he got taken out pretty early, but he stuck around and was kind of somewhat of a crew chief for me tonight, and really appreciate him doing that for me. Glad to see him back too. I know he's been gone for a while. Just thank the league for putting this on. Thank you for broadcasting it. And congrats to Thomas up there. He drove a heck of a race. He deserves it.
Okay, Travis, thanks for talking with us, and again, congratulations, buddy. Good job.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to run down through the results here real quick, and we'll get the heck out of here. Thomas Keene with a great win here tonight. Stephen Hollingsworth second. Travis Brown third. Alan Bowes fourth. Sean Powell fifth. Jason Berg sixth. Michael Leiby, the only chase contender left in the race at the end there, finishing seventh. Should help him in the points quite a bit. Tommy Lee finishing eighth. John Schweikert ninth. Matt Spangler 10th. Keith Shaner 11th. Ken Worley 12th. Tony Pizarro 13th. Jonathan Cogswell 14th. Greg Slight in 15th. Nathan Sedlak 16th. Thomas Brandner 17th. Zachary Miller 18th. Paul Crumry 19th. David Butterworth 20th. Joe Roberts 21st. Randall Drake 22nd. John Spisick in 23rd. Our points leader, Johnny Reed Foley, which I think he'll probably still hang on to the points, not by much, just a handful of points, maybe 4 or 5 points or whatever, finishing 24th. Got caught up in that wreck there. It was actually a glitch that we seen from the 16 car getting out of shape there, or getting all kind of tore up by that, the glitch there. Anyhow, Stephen Pearson 25th, Tony DeGennaro 26th, DeAndre Artis 27th, and rounding out the field, Zachary Chahalis 28th. All right, again, congratulations to Thomas Keene on a fine victory here at Daytona tonight for IWCR. This is MaxSpeedTV. We will see you tomorrow for another broadcast here. Thanks for watching.